We have actually just learned, ABC News has just learned, that the Red Cross, the International Committee of the Red Cross, has spoken to Hamas leadership. And I want to bring you now in to tell us more about this as the spokesperson for the International Committee for the Red Cross. Jason, thank you for being with us. I understand that your organization has now had face-to-face meetings with the Hamas leadership. What did you learn? What can you tell us?
This is a relationship that we've had for years, perhaps decades, and this is the kind of work that we do in conflicts around the world. We talk to all sides in order to advance humanitarian interests. So in this case, yes, we have had face-to-face talks with the leadership of Hamas. We are insisting on three things. First of all, that the hostages be released immediately. Barring that, we're also asking for access to the hostages so that our teams can visit in person, assess the conditions they're being held in, check on their health conditions. And number three is we are advocating for communication between the hostages and the family members. This is just an emotional alleviation for all the suffering that the families are going through, that the hostages are going through. A simple message back and forth can bring a world of relief. It's an extremely basic humanitarian initiative that we're advocating be carried out in this situation here.
I mean, you may be the only organization on earth currently that is in direct contact with Hamas. Have they given you any indication of proof of life? Any indication of how many hostages are currently in captivity?
All these questions that you're asking are, of course, natural, and many people want to know the answers to these questions. Because of the way the International Committee of the Red Cross works, we say these two words very often inside our organization: bilateral, meaning just between us and them, and confidential. So as natural it is to want to know the answers to those questions, that's the kind of information that we don't share. We have our way of working. It's designed and intended to increase trust. And so all organizations, in this case Hamas, view us reliably. So we wouldn't share those details. The only thing we would say publicly are those points I said earlier. We want to increase family contacts. We want to visit and carry out health checks with the hostages, and of course we want them to be released.
And would you be in a position there then after that to facilitate hostage exchange, some kind of deal between Hamas? Because I think people here in Israel, obviously, as you well imagine, are desperate for news, desperately hope that they can get their loved ones out of Gaza.
So if I could split the contents of your question in half, we would be in a position to facilitate the release in that we can come up with the modalities for it to happen. There might be an issue of a simultaneous something or other. I don't know what the details of that might look like. That is to say, we have experience facilitating hostage releases in a safe manner with the trust of all sides involved. The other part of your question is much better addressed to the political leadership of the two sides. Although we facilitate contacts between family members and we advocate for the good treatment of hostages, we do not get involved in the political negotiations. What might take place, that's not our role at all. We're strictly on the humanitarian side of this equation.
I completely understand. But in the meantime, Jason Stratzio, thank you so much. I think that's going to give at least a tiny bit of hope to the families here in Israel to know that at least someone is in contact with Hamas at the moment. Kira, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you.
Jason, thanks so much. And James, thanks to you, of course. Coming up, Jim Jordan going for the gavel, even saying...
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.